Hello learners, welcome back to my YouTube classes. This is Kavya Chijjeri here with a SSLC Model Science question paper along with the answers for your upcoming exams, that is 2025-2026. So for each detailed question and answers, stay till the end. Again, if you're new to this channel, please like, share, subscribe and do comments also. So let's get started. As you all know, the question paper is divided into three parts, that is part A physics, part B chemistry and part C biology. So let's not waste much time in this. Let's get started, okay? So from the part A, that is physics, let's go through our first main, that is which has two questions of 1 marks. 4 alternatives are given for each of the following questions. Choose the correct alternative and write the complete answer along with its letter. Let's see the first question. What is the SI unit of potential difference? Here we all know this particular question is from electricity, okay? So the answer for this will be volts. So the first option will be the answer for this, that is volts. Let's go to next question. So next question is the reciprocal of focal length of a lens is. So this particular concept is studied in the lesson named light reflection and refraction. So this is the last part, okay? So the reciprocal of focal length of lens will be the power of lens. Understood? The power of lens. So there is an equation for this. P is equals to 1 upon F. So this is the answer. Let's go to next question. So this question is from second main. So third question. Write the symbols of the following components used in the electric circuit. So you'll be using so many components. In that they have given you only two, that is dry cell and a rheostat. So this dry cell is used in your home like in day-to-day basis, in the clock, in the remotes and all, okay? So this the symbolic representation of this dry cell will be like this. Here longer line indicates the positive terminal and shorter line indicates the negative terminal. So rheostat, so it is used to adjust the resistance in the circuit, okay? So this particular rheostat is made up of nichrome wire. Again the symbolic representation will be like this. Got it, children? Yes. Let's go to next. Here is our third main. Answer the following questions. Okay, so fifth question. What precautionary measures have to be taken to avoid overload in the domestic circuits? So first thing is that you should not plug so many appliances to a single socket. Understood? So as you can see here, so this is a wrong method. So this may damage or this may create the overload. Next, safety measures should be taken. For example, using the fuse, which will prevent the damage that will be caused by the current for the home appliances. Got it? Yes. So sixth question. Mention the factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. As you all studied in the lesson, that is electricity. What are the factors? Just remember. Okay, I'll tell you one by one. That is, the resistance of a conductor depends upon area of cross section, length of the conductor, material of the conductor as well as temperature. Once the area is more, the resistance is less. Again, if the length is more, length of the conductor is more, there the resistance is more. If the temperature is more, then the resistance is also more, okay? Again, if the material used for the conductor is of non-metal, means the resistance is more, okay? If the material used for the conductor is metallic, means that the resistance is less. That's it. Okay. So these are all the 4 factors on which resistance of a conductor depends. Let's go to next question. So here our 7th question is, observe the figure given below. Name the angle of deviation and identify its value. Here, what is the angle of deviation? So as you all know, the refraction on the glass slab. So what happens when the light ray is entering from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay. So once it exits from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Here, incident and emergent ray both are parallel to each other. But when it comes to this prism, here due to its peculiar shape, what happens? Here the incident ray and emergent ray will be not parallel. Here once they meet at a point, so they creates the angle of deviation. So this is the angle of deviation. Understood? So let's go to next. So here is the next question. That is 4th main. Answer the following questions. That is we have got 3 questions of 3 marks each. Okay, let's see first one. Mention any 2 symptoms of myopic eye. How can this defect can be rectified, and what is power of accommodation of the eye? Okay, first one, that is symptoms of myopic eye. As you all know, what is myopia? What is this defect? In general form, it is also known as nearsightedness. Okay, where a person can see near object properly but cannot see far objects distinctly or distant object distantly. So this is the defect called myopia. Okay, so here what are the symptoms? The symptoms include blurred vision, blurred distant vision, okay, because they can't see distant objects properly, right? Next, squinting and headaches. So let's see how this can be corrected, how this defect can be corrected. So this defect can be corrected by the help of concave lens, because here the image for the myopic eye, the image is formed before the retina. So we need diverging lens, that is concave lens. It diverges the light rays entering. Again, it makes the image to fall on the retina. So this is how it can be rectified. So let's see what is power of accommodation. As you can see here, the power of accommodation is the ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length, to focus on objects at varying distances. Got it? So let's go to next. So here's our 9th question, that is explain an activity obtaining magnetic field lines around a bar magnet using a compass needle. So if we take a bar magnet, we can't get to know easily in which direction the magnetic field lines are coming out and merging. Okay, so let's see. Here we are taking a bar magnet. Again we are taking a compass needle or compass, okay, which has a needle. It has the magnetic property. As you can see here, the red end indicates the north pole and blue end indicates the south pole. Here, once we bring the bar magnet near, the compass near the bar magnet, so it deflects, okay. So as you can see here, the north is approaching outward but the south is approaching inward. Means, so this side of the bar magnet is north pole. So that is why the north is repelling back. So here what happens? We can easily get to know that. So one side of the bar magnet is north. Again, once we shift the compass, again we will get to know the magnetic field lines. We can draw the magnetic field lines along the compass. Okay. So as you approach the another end of the bar magnet, here, as you can see here, this north gets attracted and south will be repelling. Okay, so this is how we can draw the magnetic field lines. Let's go to or question. Either you can attend this or else that question. Okay, so explain experiment that shows a current carrying conductor when kept in a magnetic field experiences a mechanical force. So here this comes under the Fleming's left hand rule. So what it says here, once a current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field, so it experiences a mechanical force. So as you can see here, thumb indicates the mechanical force. Okay, so this forefinger is a magnetic field and this is the electric current. Third finger is the electric current. So what happens if we change the direction of the electric current, then the conductor, current carrying conductor changes its direction once it is kept in the magnetic field. So this is the illustration. Okay, so as you can see here, force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So this is the experimental setup. For this, the switch should be on. Okay, means it should be closed. Understood? So let's go to next question. Okay, so our 10th question is, draw a ray diagram to show the image formation when an object is kept behind C, means behind the center of curvature, in front of a concave mirror. As you can see here, this is a concave mirror. So we are keeping an object behind the C of the concave mirror, that is behind center of curvature. So this is center of curvature. Mention the nature and position of the image formed. So once we keep the object behind the C, the image is formed between C and F. Okay, center of curvature and between the center of curvature and focus. Okay, so in between this only the image is formed. So how the image is formed, as you can see, this is not erect. This is not erect, means it is not straight upon the principal axis. It is below the principal axis, means it is inverted. It is ulta. Okay, so once it is ulta, means it is inverted. Here this will be real image. If the image is inverted, it is real image, means the nature of the image will be real and inverted. Again, it is diminished in the size. As you can see here, the object is bigger in size as compared to the image formed. So that is why it is diminished in size. Understood, children? Yes. Let's go to next question. So this is our 11th question. Which electrical appliances consume more energy? So what is the formula for energy? Energy is equals to power into time. Okay, so energy is measured in terms of joules. Okay, this you should remember. Here they have given two appliances, that is TV and a toaster. So as you will be watching TVs, so you will be eating bread and all with the help of toasters. Okay, so let's go. Let's see which appliance consume more energy. Here, if we take TV, so the power consumed by the TV in 4 hours, means they have given you time, in 4 hours will be 250 watt, means the power consumed by the TV within 4 hours will be 250 watts. So let's calculate this. Energy is equals to power into time. So the answer will be 1 kilowatt hour, means the energy consumed by the TV will be 1 kilowatt hour. So once we go to the next appliance, that is a toaster, it consumes within 1 hour 1200 watts. So within 1 hour the power consumed by the toaster is 1200 watts. So let's calculate this also. Energy is equals to power into time. So this consumes 1.2 kilowatt hour energy. So as you can see the difference here. So which appliance is consuming the more energy? So the conclusion will be the toaster consumes more energy, that is of 1.2 kilowatt hour, than the TV, which consumes only 1 kilowatt hour. So this is the difference. Okay, yes, in a given time. Okay na? So let's go to next question. 11th question. This is the B part. Parallel combination of resistors are given here. So this is a numerical problem. Let's go to the question. 2 ohms and 4 ohms resistors are connected in a parallel. As you can see here, the 2 ohms and 4 ohms resistors are connected. If 6 ohm resistor is used in the place of 4 ohm, so here in this place we are using 6 ohm. So what they are telling you, to find the difference between the two circuits. Okay. So here, find the difference between the total resistance obtained in both arrangements. So what is the total difference? What is the difference in between the two arrangements? Okay. Let's see. For the case 1, that is parallel combination of resistors of having 2 ohm and 4 ohm. The answer will be, as you all know, for parallel combination of resistors, the formula will be 1 upon R is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, so on. As you can see here, 1 upon R1 for the first case, so it will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, totally 3 by 4. So let us take the reciprocal for R1, it will become 4 by 3. Understood? So let's go to case 2. So 1 by R2 is equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6. Here the total resistance will be 4 by 6 for parallel. If we take the reciprocal of that, for R2 it will be 3 by 2 ohms. So if we subtract these two from each other, so if we subtract, as you can see, the difference will be 1 by 6 ohms. So this is the difference in from the both the arrangements.